I flew to Iceland to stand under a total solar eclipse, but the clouds took it away from me at the last minute. This was my first time on the island, and I came for two things I love: a total solar eclipse and a festival of music, science, and art called Iceland Eclipse Festival. I gave myself a week to drive around sightseeing first, where I walked behind one of many majestic Icelandic waterfalls. I also rode an amphibious boat out through floating icebergs to get close to the largest European glacier by volume. Then I ferried to the Westman Islands to see puffins on the cliffs and the beluga whales at the sanctuary there. During this road trip around Iceland, I decided to spend a few nights in hostels for the first time in my life, and as someone who manages furnished properties for a living, I can tell you it wasn't a great experience, but I learned a few things for my business nonetheless. At the festival, the science and art talks were my favorite part. One team laid out their plan to launch satellites with giant mirrors that reflect sunlight back to specific sections of Earth at night for search and rescue visibility. Alex and Allison Gray walked us through 50 years of their artwork. One of my favorite DJs, Closey, played an amazing set as always, and I finally caught Reggie Watts, whose looping beatbox style is incredibly creative. The music that stole the whole weekend was Apache and the Brass Orchestra, a DJ backed by live horns, singing, and rapping. Then Totality arrived on a completely overcast day. We saw the sun narrow to a sliver before and after, but the corona never showed, and since this was my third total solar eclipse, I knew the powerful visual I was mostly missing. Even so, Iceland was exactly what I needed to escape the triple-digit heat in Las Vegas and reset in one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Follow for more travel, adventures, and real estate with Dwight.